Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. We are diving right into this book because chapter 6, we are on chapter 6, is long. I didn't realize that when I had to go through the chapters, this one was so long. It's a long one, but it's a goodie. So here's the deal. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. We go over lots of things in the morning. We're going over books. There's a lot of reasons why I encourage you to read, or I read to you, or I just simply share a book with you. There are lots of reasons. I'm not going to go into all of them at the moment because we have a big chapter to go through. If you're reading the book, awesome, because you actually have the book and this is an incredible book. If you are not reading it and you are listening to me, I actually would encourage you to order it and just have it on hand. Even if you're just listening to me, so that you can actually go through and visualize or have the visual book in hand. So, where are you tuning in from? And we are diving into chapter 6. It's called The Life-Savers. And so he gives you an acronym. Here's what it looks like. And we're going to go through these today, all of them. So buckle up. It's about to get amazing. Actually, here's what I actually want to ask you, because I did the live for chapter 5 last night. So for those of you who tuned in yesterday, and for those of you who are going through the book, who woke up this morning, for all of you who are watching right now, it's a Monday. Again, I know that people watch on replay and they watch on different days, and maybe they'll watch in a year. Whatever day it is for you, awesome. And for those of you who are watching at this very moment in time, it's a Monday, which I love, because yesterday you would have read the things that we talked about: setting your alarm clock, getting your phone or your alarm clock across the room, getting up, brushing your teeth, splashing some water on your face, taking a drink of water, putting your workout clothes on, and working out. Who did their morning this morning? Me. I did. But I've been doing it for a while. But I want to know, are you doing the things that the book says? Are you taking the small action steps to get to where you want to go? Okay, you ready to go? Here we go. The Life-Savers. So he says, success is something you attract by the person you become. An extraordinary life is all about daily, continuous improvement in the areas that matter the most. I wish I could read the whole thing to you. I say that a lot. But here's what he says. Most of us live our lives in the wrong side of a huge gap in our potential, a gap which separates who we are from who we want to become. We often get frustrated with ourselves for lack of consistent motivation and results in one area of our life. We spend too much time thinking. Here's what I want you to hear. It's super, super important. We spend too much time thinking about the actions we should be taking to create the results that we want, but then we don't take any of those actions. I talk about this all the time. Every single book that you read that is trying to motivate you or inspire you is all about taking action. Most people that write any type of self-help book is going to give you something to do. It's going to give you the details. It's going to line everything up for you. I do this on the page. I will give you all of the things that you should be doing and the things that you should be eating, but you have to do the work. You have to do the action step, right? I have a dog that wants inside, so we'll see if he keeps barking. So this is super long. I'm not going to go through all of it, but here's what he says. He's going to give you the acronym S.A.V.E.R.S, and every single letter represents something. So the S stands for silent. He says, I'm going to give you the 6 things that if you do these, if you take 1 extra hour in your morning, if you get up and you give yourself 1 hour and you do all of these things, guess what? You are going to set your day up for success. So S stands for silent. It's the very first one, right? So if you're taking notes, actually, I can put them in the comments later. S stands for silent. He said, you need to have purposeful silence in the morning. You've got 5 minutes of silence. Do you think you can do it? It could be prayer. It could be meditation. It could be reflecting. It could just be simply 5 minutes of gratitude in the morning. It could be clear your throat, wake up, breathe, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Can you do it? Listen, if there's one thing that I'm working on is silence, because I like noise. My husband's always like, Can you be quiet ever? Yes, I can. When I'm sleeping. So the S stands for silence and 5 minutes of it. When you get up in the morning, 5 minutes, right? All right. I wish I could read the whole thing, but I can't. A stands for affirmation. I actually would love to know if any of you do this. So with our business and with our company, one of the things that we've done for years is we've put together I am statements. And it's affirmations to yourself. Some people are like, that's weird. I don't want to talk to myself. I don't want to tell myself how great I am. You should. So affirmations are things that you believe, you want to believe in yourself. You might not actually believe it at all. But when you start programming or reprogramming your mind and you do things like affirmation, it's seriously going to shift the way that you think about yourself. He says this, you can use affirmations to start reprogramming yourself to be confident and successful in any area of your life, simply by repeatedly telling yourself who you want to be, what you want to accomplish, and how you are going to accomplish it. And so he gives you the steps of like, what do you want to be? Why do you want it? What are you committed to? And so my girls do this. They'll get up and they'll say, I am. I think of Eliza. I have Eliza Lev. I am strong. I am smart. I am brave. I am kind. I want to be a servant. I want to lead others. I want to. And so we've done that with our kids. We have a little list. And so we need to get better at rereading those. But for a long time, we would do it every single day in the morning before they did school. This is really great for your kids, but you should be doing it first. So affirmations, V in S.A.V.E.R.S. So we've got silence for 5 minutes, affirmation for 5 minutes, visualization for 5 minutes. Do any of you have a vision board? Have any of you ever done that before? We do this as a family at the beginning of every year, is we create a vision board and what we're believing for and what we're hoping for and what we are seeing and all of those things. It's so great. If you've never done one, you should do one. The book can walk you through it. He said, most people are limited by visions of their past, replaying previous failures and heartbreaks over and over again. Creative visualization enables you to design the vision that will occupy your mind and ensure that the greatest pull on, I darkened it too much. The greatest pull on you is your future, a compelling, exciting, and limitless future. And so he walks you through how to visualize. Most people, and my husband would tell me this for the longest time, I just got to get you a picture so you can see it, right? My husband is a huge dreamer. But I'm like, can you just show me a picture? So whether you can create it in your mind or you have to go find pictures and print them out and put them on a vision board, however you need to do it, visualization is so great. Do you see yourself how you want to be in the next year? Do you see yourself healthier, maybe skinnier, stronger, fitter, looking the way that you want to look? The reason I say that is because you're on a keto page, so most of you want to look a certain way. Do you see your marriage better? Do you see your relationships with your kids stronger? Do you see you passing that test? Do you see yourself graduating? What are those things that you might not have right now, but you need to visibly see, right? It's super important. If you can't see it, how are you going to go after it? So we have silence for 5 minutes, affirmations for 5 minutes, visualization for 5 minutes, exercise. E stands for exercise. I already exercised this morning because I got up, didn't hit my alarm, brushed my teeth. We talked about this yesterday. Drank water, got my workout clothes on, went upstairs, knocked out my workout. If you don't make time for exercise, I need you to hear this. And it's not an hour in the gym, even going for a walk. It's just simply moving your body. Here's what Robin Sharma, it's quoted by Robin Sharma. If you don't make time for exercise, you'll probably have to make time for illness. It's pretty there. Straightforward. You might not like it, but I'm going to say it again. Is this helpful? Have you guys been reading this? Do you feel like these things, if you could commit 1 extra hour in your morning and start off your day, it would really help you to take better action throughout your whole day? I'm going to say this. Are you ready? Because it might hit some of you in the gut and you might not like it, but it's true. If you don't make time for exercise, you will probably have to make time for illness. Now, hear me on this. I hear exercise, and he doesn't talk about eating healthy in here, but I'm going to say 90% of how you are going to get your body to look and feel how you want it to is really 80 or 90% of what you put in your mouth. Working out does not mean you have to go to the gym for an hour. And I realize I talk to many of you who are physically like, I can't work out. I physically, right now, in the capacity that I'm at and with the health conditions that I have, cannot move how I should or I want to, and I get it. So part of this, I would say, is let's work on the food that you're putting in your mouth and be mindful. And if you're prepared and you've set your week up for success, you're not going to go through the drive-thru, right? Because he does say at the end, here's a disclaimer, I know that some of you can't work out, so work with your doctor on the movement part. But just being able to get up and walk, breathe in the fresh air, do something, right? It's going to help your body feel better. So E stands for exercise. He talks about all the different ways to exercise. R stands for reading, and you're all doing that right now. I'm so proud of you for those who went through the book last month with us. You're going through this book, and then we're going to start Atomic Habits as soon as this one is done. So if you really want to join us, grab the book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Reading, okay, listen to this. It's so good. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body, and prayer is to the soul. We become the books that we read. This is so good. This is so good. I hope that you're tuning in and taking notes. I hope that you're reading this book with me. I wish I could make everybody read because it's so, like, you want to know why I feel like I'm successful? In my own life, whether you think I'm successful or not, I look at myself and I'm like, I feel so good. I feel good physically because I do the things that I read that people tell me to do because I don't recreate the wheel. I do them, right? I feel good spiritually because I actually am super thankful. I grew up in a great family and I am very spiritual. That's a whole nother conversation. If you want to have that one, I'd love to. I feel good mentally because I read and I am grateful and I work on all these things. Is it a secret? If you look at somebody and you're like, why are they so happy? Why are they so successful? I want what they have. Then the book actually says this. I don't know where. It says, oh, here. It's right here. He says, don't reinvent the wheel. The fastest way to achieve something. He says, with an almost infinite amount of books available on every single topic, there is no limit to knowledge. All you have to do is go find it and read it. And he also says this, that wasn't actually what I wanted to read to you. He says, if you want to have success, go follow somebody that's already done it. Don't try to recreate the wheel. Go read a book. There's no shortage of tools out there to help you to where you want to go. So if you want to learn something, whether it's in your marriage or, raising children or working out or gaining muscle, or you want to learn something like fixing an engine or, I don't know, guess what? We have access to something called the internet and books. There's no recreating the wheel. He talks about the power of reading. If you want to do something, go find somebody that's done it and follow them, right? I'm going to butcher this story, but it's kind of like if you want to walk through a minefield, follow the person that's already done it, but it's not really. Like you follow the people that have done it because they've paved the way and they've done the action steps, and all you have to do is do it, right? Reading is so important. So read for 20 minutes a day. Do you think you can do that? I hope you can. So good. Last one. So we've got, if you're just tuning in, for the miracle morning minutes of your day, if you can get up early and do this, you are going to see more success over the course of your entire life. So we've got silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading. The last one is scribing. I laughed because he was like, I'd rather just say writing or journaling, but I had to use an acronym and I had to use S.A.V.E.R.S. And, well, S is the only thing I could come up with for scribing, really, writing or journaling. So he talks about journaling. He talks about the power of writing down your ideas. It'll give you clarity, capturing ideas, learning lessons, acknowledging your progress, right? Journaling is so great for just looking back and seeing where you've come from. And you'll see all of that as you write things down, because you can go back and go, oh my goodness, I actually have come really far. My mindset is different. I've lost this, or I've gained this, or I've learned this. So, guys, this book is great. Great. And we went through a lot in one day. I will tell you, I love reading. I love teaching. Here's what he gave you. If you want to take a screen capture or a screenshot, take a screenshot real quick. All right, I hope you got it. If you can give yourself 60 minutes in the morning, your miracle morning, you are going to find yourself that while maybe you came here and you just wanted weight loss, you're going to find yourself doing all of these things and having more success in your life in lots of different areas, right? And you might be going, how is this going to help me lose that 20 pounds? Well, it's going to help you because your mindset is different. You feel good in the morning. You've accomplished something in your morning. When we accomplish things, we make better choices and we make better, all throughout the whole day, because you've already accomplished something, right? And so you're going to feel better. Your mindset's on track. And so I wish I could make all of you do it. I wish I could make all of you do it, at least for a week, because you might be like, oh my goodness. Yesterday I talked about how today I could have easily hit my alarm clock, because to the world standards of the 8 hours of sleep, like we talk about in here, he's talked about, listen, you don't have to count the hours of sleep. You don't have to go, I need 8 hours of sleep. We oftentimes go to bed with like, oh, I have to get up, or I talked about this earlier, so I'm not going to redo the whole thing. But I could have woke up this morning and hit the alarm clock because I didn't get 8 hours of sleep. But instead I got up because I was like, yes, I get to work out. I'm going to go drink my water. I get to feel great. I'm going to drink my ketones. I love to read. If I didn't get up early and I woke up when my kids woke up, guess what? I wouldn't see you on here because I wouldn't get this done because I had to go in mom mode, right? I don't get the things done throughout the day and feel great and make the better choices by sleeping in. So it depends on how much you want it. Like, what do you want? And if you aren't willing to do the extra little step to get it, then guess what? Sorry? I mean, you're going to have to take some action, right? You don't graduate with a degree just by hoping and wishing and getting all the books and then letting them sit there on the counter. You have to do the work to get the degree that you want. You don't just magically have a good relationship with your kids or your spouse or a friend just by hoping and wishing and reading all the self-help books, but not learning about the communication and then actively learning how to communicate with somebody, right? Or learning that quality time is important, or learning that you should affirm your spouse or your children. You don't just get things. There's no such thing as luck. Some of you might not like that. I don't believe in luck, period. I believe in hard work. I believe in consistent action. I believe in believing in yourself, and I believe in, affirming words and visualization, but you've got to put in the work. And if you're not willing to do it, then you can't get mad at the results you don't get. All right. I think this was great. I hope yes, there's blessings. I don't believe in luck, period. There's believe in hard work. I believe in hard work, consistency, taking action, and you are blessed. I believe the blessed part is very spiritual. So if you're not spiritual, we should have that conversation. But otherwise, I hope you guys have an incredible day. The book is awesome. We are on chapter 7 tomorrow. We're going to finish the book in 3 or 4 days. My goal was to start Atomic Habits by the 15th, but we might start earlier. Get the book Atomic Habits. Continue to follow along. I hope this is helpful. Reach out to me with any questions that you have. I'm always here to help. So enjoy your morning, and we'll talk to you soon.